Alright, let's see if we can use this thing too. We're going to draw our um, parallelogram there from our original diagram. I just went ahead and drew in the parallelogram real quick. Notice we can determine the angles of the parallelogram immediately by simply subtracting from 90 degrees to get 65, then noting that the opposite angles are complementary. We could have done it that way. Anyway, the angle now that we're interested in, which we're going to end up calling angle C, is 115 degrees. Alright, let's look at our strategy. First we're going to draw the parallelogram, which I've already done, and we're going to extract any information that we can get from that, like the angles. Now we have enough information that we can actually draw a triangle, and we know the angle for a angle-side type of arrangement. So the next thing we'll do, we'll solve for the magnitude of the resultant vector by using the cosine law, and then once we have that, we will be able to turn around and use the sine law to solve for the angle. And so here's our triangle. We've got two sides known, and we know the intermediate, or the angle between the two, which is 115 degrees. So all we need to do now is plug that into the law of cosines, and if you remember correctly, it's just the square root of a squared plus b squared is equal to minus 2ab cosine c, and we just substitute in our values there, because we do have, again, C has to be between A and B. It doesn't have to be the largest angle, but it does have to be between the two sides that are known. So there we go. We plug in our known values there, and then simplify. And as we do that, we get a value of I think it's 212. I believe it's 212.6 newtons for that other side. Now, once we know that, we set it up in the law of sines, and it doesn't matter which way you use the law of sines. Obviously, we're using a proportion here, so it doesn't matter which one's on top, as long as you're consistent with the signs on top or the values of the lengths of the sides on top. Solve for that, and you have B is equal to 39.8 degrees, and then you have to add the angle, the amount that it is actually skewed from the x-axis to get the correct value of 54.8 degrees.